This is the Toaster, and welcome to Toasted Minis. Today I'm painting the Aggradon part of the Aggradon Lancer, starting off with a Wraithbone Prime, and then an all-over wash of Skeleton Horde Contrast. Be sure not to let this pull in flat areas. Just dab your brush onto a paper towel and touch the pulled area to remove any excess. On the bottom side of the model, I like to wash my brush and remove a little bit of paint to get a nice gradient. I like to repeat this process over different sections when working with contrast so it doesn't dry up and leave any hard lines. Here's the difference when wicking away the underside. With your skin tinted, it's onto the main color. You can do this with almost any color and get a nice result. With these three, I'll be doing a light and dark brown and one green, though you only need to know the process of one. This time with Garagak Sewer, I'll repeat the first step, but this time with less coverage of the model. I'll start with the spine and work down halfway. After that, I'll rinse the brush and wick away the paint from the edges. I'm looking for smooth blends here, but a solid stop at the end of these scales would look pretty nice too. Here's the model after one coat. I'm going to repeat this process again, covering less each time I do it, till the spine is the desired color. I'll also do this to the green version of the model. Here's the models after a second coat. Next I'm going to give an all-over wash of Nuln Oil to bring out the recesses. With that step done, I'm going to switch to the light brown Aggradon and paint some stripes. These stripes don't have to be perfect. These are animals after all. For example, here's the cat tags. I want to thank you guys for making it this far in the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's get back to painting. With the stripe finished, the last of the skin's done, and it's time to move on to the ropes. Unlike my previous video where they're yellow, I'll be painting these ones green. I like to think that these ropes are made of using natural fibers they find To do this, I'm going with a Warpstone Glow base, followed by a Moot Green highlight to keep these greens brighter than they are on the green Aggradon. For the Moot Green, I'm only touching the most raised areas for a quick edge highlight. After this step, the rope should still stand out on the green Aggradon. Next up is the gold painted on all their doodads using Skull Crusher brass. But I'm not going to bore you with all this footage, so let's go straight on to the next step. Now on to the leather parts of the saddles. For this I envisioned a reddish leather, starting with Mournfang Brown. With that base coat finished, give it a wash of Nuln Oil, which I forgot to record. Now once that dries, I mix any red 1 to 3 with Mournfang Brown and glaze this on the raised areas of the edges. And don't forget the little straps. With that finished, mix just a little bit of off-white into that same mixture, and with a good sharp brush, make some scratches and dab on the edges. Next, I paint the stone seat sandstone to match my army. First with your Shopty Bone, and be sure to thin your paints. Now a wash of Agrax Earthshade. To bring that brightness back, a dry brush or the base color. I use a round brush for this to help control where the paint's going. Don't mind my cats playing in the background. Let's travel back in time and paint the mouth with voluptuous pink, and then any pink color on the tongue. Make sure to get the outside around the teeth. This gives the illusion that the animal has gums. Now with the tongue highlighted, I pick out the teeth with using your Shopty Bone. After some good dental hygiene, I like to paint my nails, this time with a black paint. Now for the last step, the feathers. First we want to clean up any colors left on the model with some Wraithbone. With these last few steps, you want to work fairly quickly with your colors to get a nice even gradient. First I start out with Stormfiend Contrast, painted solid at the base and move up about a third of the feather. Then wash your brush, wick away the edge. Be sure your brush isn't oversaturated with water when doing this. Now we repeat this on the middle third, spilling over a little on the previous color, with Aethermatic Blue. Again, wicking away the top edge. Now finally, with Iodine Yellow, we do the top third spilling over onto the last color. This time we go down about halfway. It will overlap the blue, making a nice green middle color. Just be sure to wick away the edge on this yellow, as it is a very strong color. Now with that, your model's finished. I will do the basing in a future video. Thanks for watching.